In this video, we're going to talk about Nndm, trading under the ticker symbol Nndm. Over the past few months, Nndm's stock price has been going through a roller coaster, from reaching a peak of $17.89 to a low of $5.53 on May 13th, before having a recovery path ever since. But today, there's a major piece of information that should trigger some interesting signals in our heads regarding if you should buy the stock now. After some recovery that saw the stock going from $5.53 to a relative peak of $8.77 on June 25th, the stock is now dipping lower once again. From that little peak to $6.28 now, which is very close to the same level from which it began to recover back in May. It seems like Nndm is now testing its initial support levels at $5.53 once again, and that will potentially change my personal view on if the stock can remain overall bullish. Of course, when we look at the overall tendency, Nndm is still up by 182% over the course of a year. But that is because the stock has been so low and even dipped in the penny stock territories back then. Regarding its fundamentals, Nndm is a solid company overall, with great future outlooks, or at the very least, that's how people see it when they look at the company's presentations, the PDFs, the promotion materials, and so on. The rest of it really depends on how much the market assumes what will become the reality, and more importantly, whether there's a gap between that reality and the assumption of the reality, and how deep it may be. The next couple of days are going to be very crucial to see whether the stock can hold its ground at the $6 level, because if it can't, then that may suggest that the stock is still too fragile to be considered in our buy list. That is the first approach. The second approach is really to see the whole thing as an opportunity to buy in more Nndm shares. And that makes a lot of sense since the stock is currently very close at its lowest point since the beginning of 2021. If you think about it, is Nndm a stock you want to be betting against? Do you think that the stock will really take a nosedive from here onwards? I think that it'll struggle a bit for some time because it's a growth stock and the market currently wants to see more than just dreams and projections. It wants to see tangible results before putting their money in. But at the end of the day, this is a company that we know has true technological assets and does have a disruptive capacity. So, in terms of trading strategy, I would say that I would recommend to keep a position of Nndm. And if you believe in the potentials of the company, now is the time to buy at least 50% of your allocation, because so far, that is the second cheapest price point in 2021. And there is a real possibility that we won't be having another one like this. The bulk of the factors determining whether you will succeed is in the timing and risk control. The timing, in that case, is to buy at a sufficiently low price so that you can benefit from the rebound later, which very often is almost mechanical because of the demand and supply. The risk control allows you to keep a leveled head with clear judgment that'll make sure that the position won't be affected by our emotions. That's the second point. So for Nndm, I think that it's wise to keep a position below 5% of your portfolio. Thank you for watching. If you like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel.